Hello, it's the Haunted Informer, and today I'm telling you how you could turn the movie Brightburn into a haunted house. So here is a spoiler warning. I am going to be talking about scenes in Brightburn, so if you've not seen Brightburn, definitely go out and see that movie. It's a definitely pretty crazy, intense, ultra-violent movie. Definitely don't take your kids to it. And this is a spoiler warning, so be advised. So one of the most brutal scenes of the movie was when he killed his uncle. And Brandon picks up the car in his supervillain outfit he's made, picks the car up and drops it, and then lets go of it. And that, by doing that, his uncle smashes his face right into the dashboard and he breaks his jaw entirely, and they zoom in into it and you can actually see his jaw falling off. And that's a very gruesome, crazy scene, and you could make that a distraction scare for that maze. So you can make that mobile distraction scares. So one scene, you could actually show the car falling, but you wouldn't have to make an entire car. You could just make the upper part of it. You could actually just have the hood and the window there, and you could just show it fall, and you could just hear the sound effects of Brandon picking it up. But if you had a bigger area to work with, you could have an actor act like they're pushing the car up, pulling the car up and dropping it. And they could fall with the pulley system and fall, and you could see a prop in there fall and bang into the dashboard. So you could do that. That could be a distraction for another actor dressed up as Brandon to jump out at you and scare you. And then another scene, you could actually have a zoomed in area where you are walking right next to the car, right next to it, right past the passenger side door, where he has his broken jaw and he's dying and he's holding to it, and then he could let go of it and lunge at you. That could be a jump scare, and you could see the nasty, disgusting detail of the broken jaw, and you could even have a air effect there if you wanted to, or they could, if it was more of an extreme haunt, you could actually have the actor have a blood bladder in their hand, so they have a bladder so they could press it and then fake blood could spray out. So if you got close enough to them and they were acting like they were dying, and then they could do this and press the bladder, but you wouldn't be able to see it. They do it like this, and then fake blood could squirt on you. So that would be really cool. You could do that scene, and you could do the scene where he breaks the girl's wrist in the classroom by having a bunch of props of school students and make it very claustrophobic area, and there's a whole bunch of school students standing around you, props, kids, and you feel like you're walking into that room and they're surrounding you, and then Brandon will come towards you and act like he's going to break your wrist. So that would be a cool scare. And an effect you definitely would want to take advantage of making this a haunted house is his glowing red eyes and his laser vision. Both would be very cool, but definitely those red eyes. You definitely would want to use that on multiple parts in the maze. You could actually have those distractions here also. You could have just the red eyes and the kind of just lit up on the face a smidge and see those creepy red eyes. And that'd be a distraction for Brandon jumping out at you. Or you could actually have actors. You could actually have a scene where it was just a whole bunch of those eyes in the dark. You could hear sound effects of the woods, because in one part the dad doesn't know where he is. So then you could easily have a scene where you are supposed to feel like you're the dad in the scene, but you'll be looking and it'd be entirely wooded set. So you feel like you're in the woods and you're walking through and you can't tell where he is, and you're just hearing sticks break around you with the sound effects. You don't know where he is, and then he'll attack you. So there are lots of good scenes to work upon this, and you definitely would want to use the diner scene, the very beginning. That was a very gruesome scene. You could easily go past a room where the door's already been broken in, and you feel like you're walking in like the policemen were as the crime scene, and you can see the blood splotches on the wall. You can see the Brandon logo he made with the two bees, and you definitely want to keep that theme throughout the maze you do. Put the blood bees, he writes in blood, on each crime scene of each murder he did. So you definitely want to do that, and you could actually have a gross out scare, distraction scare, of the lady after she got the glass stuck in her eye after he shook the whole place and broke the glass. So you could do that, and you could have an actress acting like with a very disgusting, gross prosthetic, or even an entire silicone mask just to have more detail. But you could actually just have a silicone appliance instead, where it looks like she's holding her eye with the glass and act like she's trying to take it out. And you could even, if you were trying to go for a more gruesome haunt, you could actually have it where you see her and she actually could take it out. And that would be just a flat out, just gross out scare right there, and a distraction scare at the same time, because then she could actually lunge towards you, like taking the glass out of her eye. And after all that, or if you just wanted that as a distraction itself, and then you can have her acting like she's taking it out of her eye, and that of a distraction has enough time for the actor dressed up as Brandon to jump out and scare you. And near the climax of the movie, there's definitely a very intense scene where the mother walks into the barn where they have the spaceship where he landed in on Earth. And they have that hidden in a barn, and they live on a farm, and they have that hidden in a barn, and son, Brandon, has gone completely haywire. He's just insane now, and he actually has a dead body of somebody in that room, gutted, and you could definitely walk into that room with the spaceship in it, with the ominous red blinking light, with that body in there, and you're horrified and you don't know where Brandon is, and you could actually have an actress dressed up as the mom telling you, I don't know where he is, try to help me, or you could just feel like you were the mother walking into the room, and then Brandon could jump out at you and scare you. So those are my ideas to make Brightburn into a haunted house, and I hope you enjoyed them. Subscribe and hit that bell icon to get a notification every single time I put out a new video. And I am on social media. I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. On Instagram, my username is haunt_informer. Again, haunt_informer. On Facebook, I am the Haunt Informer. Again, the Haunt Informer. And on Twitter, my Twitter handle is @haunt_informer. Again, @haunt_informer. And if you have any questions, email me at hauntinformer@gmail.com. So again, hauntinformer@gmail.com. And as always, happy hauntings.